How are you? How are you after a long time? This is Director Philosopher from Netflix Media East Africa. And today we are heading to Lake Nyasa in Malawi. Yeah, most of the time it's very easy to visit South African countries right from Dar es Salaam, especially if you are from East Africa. So this day I was in Dar es Salaam and I decided to go and pick my bus ticket at Mbeya Terminal. Nowadays it's called Magufuli Bus Terminal. Yeah, it was named after the Tanzanian late President John Pombe Magufuli. This is always my favorite food while I'm here in Dar es Salaam. I stayed around in the city till evening hours, and later on I went up to Bunchu, and the next morning I started my journey off to Lake Nyasa in Malawi. Yeah, after a few hours I was in Dodoma. Dodoma is one of the hottest city here in Tanzania. And for your information, nowadays Dodoma is the capital city of Tanzania. Sometimes I feel Dodoma is hotter than Morogoro. So it is Dar es Salaam and then Dodoma. And then sometimes Dodoma appears like a desert, because I remember there was a project I was working on here in Dodoma. It was my first time seeing a scorpion. Yeah, after a few hours I was in Iringa, and during this season Iringa was totally dry. Iringa is one of the agricultural towns here in Tanzania. Yeah, it was all good, and we arrived in Mbeya town or Mbeya city. Now, when you are heading to Malawi, there's a shortcut. Instead of going up to Mbeya town or Mbeya city, there's a shortcut at Uyole Junction. So when I arrived here at Uyole Junction, I didn't proceed up to Mbeya city, but I proceeded with my journey right here from Uyole Junction. Within a few hours, I was in Tukuyu. Tukuyu was extremely cold. I remember leaving Dodoma, Dar es Salaam, Morogoro, it was hot. But when I reached here in Tukuyu, it was extremely cold. So I stayed here for around 2 days, and that evening I was with one of my friends. He's a teacher here at High School here in Tukuyu. I just liked the way these students were singing their songs. And the next morning, I decided to work on one of the videos. Yeah, it was one of the best experiences. During this season, Tukuyu was extremely cold, so I came here without any heavy cloth. I decided to go and buy a trench coat so that I can keep myself warm. Yeah, it was all good. Talking to friends that very evening, I met this young man. When they heard that Director Philosopher is around, they also heard a song, and then they said, Philo, you'll not go back or you'll not leave this town before working on our song. We sampled some of their songs. It was one of the amazing experience, and I remember this morning as they were preparing themselves. Peace. As they were preparing themselves, there was folk all over, but it was one of the best experience ever.
Usichelewe, fanya ima. Bwana uninue kwa imani. Bwana uniongoze uko juu. Na moyo wangu hautaki kukaa palipo shaka. Nataka kupanda juu.
All was well in Tukuyu, and the next morning I set off to Lake Nyasa. Just a few kilometers from Tukuyu town, there is a village called Ilima. Reaching in Ilima, there was a police checkpoint, and I had to stop my video. After the Ilima checkpoint, we reached in Busale. In Busale, there is a lot of sharp corners. It is one of the black spots, and anytime you are heading to Malawi via Kyela, always be careful when you reach here in Busale village. After Busale, we were in Itope village. In Itope village, as you can see, remember I told you, here people are specialized in farming. You can see someone trying to pack Irish potatoes on his motorbike. After Itope, we are now in Kyela. Kyela is one of the hottest regions here in Tanzania. They are specialized in cocoa farming and rice farming. And I remember it was my first time tasting cocoa while I was here in Kyela. And we reached in Mkwale village. As you can see, I'm sure those are Mkwale hills. And one of the amazing things here in Kyela is that I was surprised, like after every 200 to 300 meters, there's a village. Like there was Masukulu village, there was Kikole village, Ikombe village, there is Kisondela village. I was surprised, like after every 200 to 300 meters, there's a village. After a few minutes, we were at Matema. Matema is found at the shores of Lake Nyasa here in Kyela. So without wasting time, I decided to have a boat ride. Reaching here at the shores of Lake Nyasa, it was one of the amazing experience. Lake Nyasa has got freshwater lake, just like Lake Tanganyika in Kigoma. And here at Lake Nyasa, I had to taste different type of seafood. This type of seafood, it's called garfish. It's from the family of garfish. And here they call it usipa. A few kilometers away from here at the shores of Lake Nyasa, there is a hill called Ikombe. There are people there who do molding of pots from clay soil. right from the hills of Ikombe.
Hii ni sufuria ya cooking pot.
Yeah, that evening all was well and people were having good time. Some were doing boat ride and some were fishing. So anytime you're visiting this place, there's no need of going to town. You can just stay here and have your good time. So all was well here at the shores of Lake Nyasa, and I decided to travel back to Dar es Salaam.